Can you feel the magic in the air?
I can certainly feel something.
Oh, it is that time of year once again.
What time? Like November? Yeah.
When the green is in the living room. There's a tree in there.
What? Okay, so first off, I think your window's open. Second off, I think your tree outside fell in. Third off, yeah, that's your wallpaper. It's green.
Oh, you can hear the jingling in the air.
Yes, because the window's open. It smashed all the glass. It's gone everywhere. Every time I step in there, I think I'm slicing my feet open.
This is the time for giving and cheer.
I'm going to have to get my medical insurance on this. My feet are just sawn to pieces.
It is Christmas time, Zach.
Oh, I see where you're going now.
It's the start of November, which means it's Christmas time.
No. Okay, so, first off, what? Why did this movie come out at this time? Second off, no, it's November. Wait till December, everyone. Come on. Oh.
And it's at the end of December. They could have put this out at the start of December.
Yeah,
Why is it the start of November? People are complaining now that Christmas is getting earlier and earlier. Straight after Halloween, it's Christmas time.
No, but it was already like this.
It's been like this for 25 years.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this came out now.
Yeah.
As it is the golden turd of
Christmas movie?
Yes, it's the golden turd. You know what? It's a mixed box of gold and turds.
Sure, there is some gold stuff in there.
Yes.
There's also a lot of crap.
But it's all laced in gold. So you don't know which nuggets are gold and which nuggets are poop till you get there.
Till you get right in there.
Till you get
your
right in
there. Your face is just deep in it. You're up to your nostrils and you're just like, oh, that's what that is. I don't know about you, man. That's how I watch my Christmas movies.
You just get in there.
I get deep in there.
You get deep in those cheeks. Woo.
Hello and welcome to Oldie but a Goodie. Oh my goodness, the Santa Claus.
Oh,
this was not what I remember it being.
This is exactly what I remember because I think I saw this a year ago.
Really?
Yes, because this is a regular movie I
Are
tend
you
to
sure
watch.
you didn't watch the Netflix Christmas film?
No.
It's very similar to this.
No, not at all.
Okay.
This exact movie.
Wow.
This movie actually is a movie that I have watched on multiple occasions. But it's a Christmas film.
Yeah.
So it comes up on TV.
Oh, yes.
That's where I've seen it
all the time.
Before. And I watched it when I was younger. And you know what? Golden Turd. Said it before, say it again.
Look, I don't think it's terrible. It's got some good stuff in it. I think out of all of the Santa Christmas films I've seen, this is high up there. Because I don't like Santa Christmas films, just as a general rule.
I've already come out with a sequel for this.
Okay.
And it's important because it involves lore that isn't shown in this movie, but makes sense because of the logical conclusions of it. And I kind of want to talk about it now.
Okay, well, we also watched 2 episodes of Home Improvement.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that
we
first,
should probably
or do you want to
talk
jump
about
to the
that
sequel?
first. Yes.
Okay.
So let's talk about Home Improvement.
So, because Tim Allen was like the biggest thing in the 90s.
Yeah.
And by
It's
that,
good
I mean
stuff.
he was in one successful film franchise and also the Santa Claus.
Yep. There you go.
And also one of
Everything.
the top 10 rating TV shows of the 90s as well.
Ooh.
Home Improvement,
Woo.
which I loved when I was 6/7.
I have never seen it before till now.
And we watched 2 episodes that came out around the time this film came out. We watched episodes 7 and 8 of season 4.
Yes.
One was called Let's Go to the Videotape.
Yes.
And the other one was called Quibbling Siblings.
Yes.
What did you think?
I thought it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I think it's still a little bit dated.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a
Because
tad.
the first episode is about he talks behind his wife's back about her speech and her hobbies, whatever.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I can't believe I watched the speech. I was falling asleep.
Here's the twist. He was filming the speech.
Oh, he filmed the speech.
But then he took the camera back to his mates, and while they were fiddling around with it, they put it down and it was still recording.
While they were complaining about a speech.
Oh my goodness, and the wife saw the recording.
And she's like, oh, you made fun of me. What is this?
I'm glad this has consequences, but wait.
They then have an ethical debate about gender norms in the 90s.
Yes.
She's like, when I talk about you behind your back, I'm a gossip. But when you do it, you're just bonding with friends.
Yeah, got him.
There's some good jokes in this episode.
Yeah, there are. And I think the problem with the sitcoms is you have to come up with an episode like every week.
Yep, I'm pretty sure there were approximately 26 episodes a season every year for 8 years.
Yes.
You're gonna run out. This was right in the middle. This was season 4.
Season 4, yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think you're right. I think it's a good thing that
there was the
sitcoms aren't doing these long seasons.
I think in the second one there was a pun because he works at this tool shop thing. They're talking about this saw blade, how it can cut shelf racks and bookcases and racks and can even cut T-Rex. And it holds up a picture of a T-Rex and a roaring sound. And the look of just pure failure in your eyes as you watch this TV show fail you was beautiful.
I did like that second episode though, called Quibbling Siblings, in which his co-host on the TV show has to take a break for a week, so he brings in his kid, and then his other kids are like, wow, I want to be on the show as well.
Yeah.
There were some good jokes in that episode, I thought.
Yeah, I liked the middle sibling syndrome that his wife suffered from, where she kept talking about this story about going to the zoo.
Oh, yeah.
And every time she brought it up, they were all like, oh, no, not the wallaby story.
That was good. I also liked how it ended with the joke of Tim Allen. He's bonding with one of his kids who likes video games. And he's like, let's play some video games, son. And so they boot up the game, and it's like, it's taken a while. And the kid's like, yeah, it needs more power. I don't have a very powerful computer. And the dad goes, oh, let's open it up and see what we can do.
Yeah. And
then cut to the computer's just destroyed.
Hey, he's a fix-it dad who's good at tool building and stuff, but he's not a technical engineer.
Exactly. But yeah, I think as a whole, the 2 episodes we saw are the reason I don't like sitcoms.
Wow.
Because I'm like... Yes, life is funny.
Yes.
But you need something more.
Yes.
This is just people laughing at, oh, it's so relatable. And that's not funny anymore.
I think if you go back and watch some of the first seasons, it might be a bit better. But overall, I think I'll rate this an oldie, but not a bad oldie.
No.
Just not a goodie, Well, it's better than what I thought it was, which I thought it was a literal home improvement.
That's what I thought the first time I saw it as well.
Yeah.
I was like, why would I want to watch a show called Home Improvement with the guy who voices Buzz Lightyear? Why is this on TV?
Got him! Absolutely destroyed.
And then I discovered that I liked it.
Yep.
And now I discovered that it was just okay.
And it shaped you into the man you are today.
So what other film was released this week in 94? Interview with a Vampire, with Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Antonio Banderas, Kirsten Dunst. There's a vampire, and there's interviews, and it's also gothic.
Sounds spooky. Kind
of want to watch it.
I do. It does sound rather interesting, but boy, did I want to see the Santa Claus again, because boy, is it's one of my most hated and favourite movies of all time.
It is written by a duo, Leo Benvenuti and Steve Rudnick.
See? 2 people writing this. One person I really liked, one person I hated. Don't know which one's which.
Exactly. Now, this is going to be very interesting because I have a very similar opinion to what you think of this movie, to another one of their films, Space Jam.
Space Jam! Oh, I love Space Jam! Space Jam's the best. Dude, this is a true fact. I have several remixes of Space Jam on my phone as we speak that I listen to regularly. They
also wrote a lot of variety sketch shows.
Nice.
Which makes sense. This feels like an extended sketch.
Yeah.
This film.
It's like a sketch idea that they've stretched into this movie.
Yes, and then added some Christmas cheer into. What do you think of Christmas movies in general?
So, I like Christmas movies, but a lot of Christmas movies are bad.
I'm more on the negative side for a lot of them. I think the best Christmas movie is the Doctor Who Christmas special, A Christmas Carol.
I bet you do a podcast about Doctor Who.
No, not anymore.
Every single podcast you do, you somehow manage to squeeze Doctor Who into it somehow.
That
Sandro.
is correct.
Got him. Yeah, I bet you loved Mr. Loverboy.
That was Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, obviously Capaldi.
Capaldi is obviously the lover boy.
Yeah, he's obviously the teen heartthrob.
The 60-year-old sugar daddy. Doctor.
Oh, sugar doctor. Doctor Who? I think you mean Dr. Sugar.
Let's move on from this. So, this film, it's directed by a guy called John Pasquin. It's his debut movie. First one that he directed. But he worked with Tim Allen a lot.
Yeah.
He produced Home Improvement. He also directed some other Tim Allen films, including Jungle to Jungle, which is a film he did with Martin Short, who also shows up in Santa Claus 3. So they're a bit of a duo. Currently, he is producing and directing Tim Allen's latest sitcom, Last Man Standing, which I haven't seen an episode of, but I'm sure it's fine.
I forgot that this movie had so many sequels, honestly.
There's 2 sequels. And the cast returned for all of them, which is very impressive.
Well, yeah.
Even the kid is in all 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually
never
quite
happens.
good.
Yeah.
I would have honestly been down for watching these 2 sequels.
Yeah, I'd watch them.
So. Yeah.
I'd 100%
If I wasn't
watch
super busy.
There wasn't
fun
so
fact,
many other
fun
films to
fact,
watch.
just before we get even further into let's get on another side tangent, because that's what we need. I have been moving, and boy, is that fun.
It's very fun.
After I've been in this apartment for like a year, now we have to sign out all the leases, get the cleaning crews in. I need a receipt for that, otherwise I'm going to burn in hell. So it's just...
And by hell, you mean debt.
That's been a fun week. Fun fact, I haven't actually got reviews for Raving Review.
Look,
so good luck, everyone.
It's episode 45. If you're listening to this one, we're reviewing the Santa Claus in November.
Yeah.
All rules are out the door.
All rules out the door. Just like my respect for myself.
But yeah, no, it's been a fun week.
So I am a bit dead at the moment.
It's funny how behind the scenes stuff is always mad for either of us at different times.
Yeah, no.
So you're always like super busy running around the place for a week. The next week it's my turn to do that.
Yeah.
And we take turns. And so
ridiculous.
It's very fun. At some point an episode's going to be late.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened since Comedy Festival.
Yes.
But at some point it might happen.
But anyway, continue.
Alright, the cast. As I mentioned, Tim Allen plays Scott Calvin.
He actually looks really good as Santa. The special effects that made him look like Santa were great.
Alright. I agree and disagree, but go on.
You agree and disagree? I want to get into this.
His face is perfect.
Yeah, his face is amazing.
The rest of his body looks awful.
Oh, no. I think the rest of his body looks awful at first.
The fat suit is so bad. It's just like...
I love it.
There's one point where you see his legs, and it's like they're bending inward.
All right. Look... As a kid, this was my favorite bit because I was like, "Oh, he looks like Santa." He like the like makeup artists that work on him. They were really good.
Yeah,
and I thought he looks really good as Santa. I love the concept of this film. That's one half that I love.
Okay.
Is the concept of the Santa Claus. Get it? Because it's we'll explain that later when we get to the part where they explain the joke.
The joke is funny. The title is very good.
Yeah.
I do agree, yeah.
Just the concept of, like, he's the new Santa now, and he actually, like, grows fatter towards Christmas, and he has this beard that he can't shave off. Those bits I actually love, and I still love to this day. I like that whole idea. I think the idea of this skit that they stretched into a movie was very good.
Tim Allen, this is pretty much his breakout movie role. He had a very small role in as baggage handler in a film called Tropical Snow from '88.
Woo!
But this is his first proper film.
One of my personal favourites.
He then followed it up by Toy Story in '95.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
What's the plot of Tropical Snow?
A fella is drinking a cocktail, as it were. But it's like a frozen cocktail, so it has a bit of ice in it and his stuff. He's in Hawaii, on holiday and all that. And he's like, man, all this hot weather, I'm getting tired and sick of it. I wish that... It's a Christmassy movie again.
Oh, no.
I wish that we could have a white Christmas.
Right.
And so the storm hits, and it's actually a freak storm that snows on the area, and it's Christmas and stuff.
You're not far off.
Uh-huh.
It stars Madeline Stowe from that Blink film we watched very early on.
Yep.
It's about a Colombian pickpocket and his waitress wife smuggle cocaine in their bodies for a dealer. So you're pretty close.
Yeah,
you're pretty close.
I forgot that slight part of that movie. And they get stuck there with all that cocaine. What are they going to do?
What are they going to do? They're going to have... It's Christmas.
Yeah. Look, they have a white Christmas, if you know what I mean.
Their noses are white.
Yes, because they're doing the drugs.
Yep.
Anyway, one of my favorite movies...
The Son. Scott Calvin's son, Charlie.
Will we ever get to this movie review?
I don't know. So Charlie, he's played by Eric Lloyd. He's done quite a few things, like... I love this. Like, voice acting in the classic, straight-to-DVD Disney animated film, The Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue. And its sequel, The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars.
Woo! How did he get... What?
He is also young Bruce Wayne in Batman and Robin.
What?
The best Batman movie.
Hey, look, that's alright.
And his most recent credit was Geeky Worker in the 2011 slasher Chrome Skull, Laid to Rest 2.
Good lord, that is terrible.
Wendy Crawson plays Alan's ex-wife, whose name is Laura. She's from Air Force One, Bicentennial Man, a film called The Doctor with William Hurt. She's good in this.
Yeah, she's good. Although at the end, how does she turns on a dime.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about Charlie. Was he good? I thought he was
Charlie.
I thought he was okay
right.
sometimes.
Yeah, the child actor. I thought he was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Look, like, there's a lot of it. Like, he was still a bit annoying.
Mm-hmm. The character is quite, meant to be annoying his dad.
It didn't feel like he was reading off the script.
No, it felt like the director told him what to say right before he
started filming. Still better than not reading off a script.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is honestly better, I feel. So there you go. Except for the elves, on the other hand, felt like they were reading off a script.
There were some great elves, and there were some elves that just left me scratching my head. We'll get to that sure. Always. So 74% on Rotten Tomatoes.
74%?
It's a high one.
That's
a high one.
Way bigger than I thought it would be.
It's got an A- on Cinema Score. Surprisingly, 2 has a higher Cinema Score than the first one. 2's got an A, 1's got an A-.
Okay, well...
Probably because more people saw the first one.
Yeah, the second one could have been worse, but it was a very narrow demographic that they narrowed it down to, which all would have liked it.
From what I could tell, most of the reviews of this film were like, look, it's simple, it's shallow, it's more for kids, but it's got more Christmas spirit than a lot of the recent Christmas movies.
How I'd describe myself as a person.
You're simple, you're shallow, you're for kids.
I think I'd make a great primary school teacher. So we're learning about the Santa Claus. Now this is the golden turd. And he's like, what's a turd?
Cost $22 million to make. What do you think it made in the box office?
22 million.
22 million.
Yeah, you know what? It had that... Oh, we haven't even got into the movie, but the CGI effects were like that kind of CGI effects.
Very good for the time.
It's because the CGI is used in moderation. It's not used too much. I bet they use a lot more in the later films.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Anyway.
Oh, boy. Just thinking about that. Ugh.
Oh god.
But what do you think it made?
Sorry, yes, 22 million. I'm thinking 40 mil at least.
Oh, you're coming low.
Low.
Pump that baby up.
No, that's a minimum. I'm thinking 150 mil.
Or still a little bit higher.
Wow.
Just a little bit higher.
250.
190.
190.
But
okay.
like it 100% would have gotten to like the 250, maybe even 300 on like home release. Because this did super well.
Yeah, no, home release this movie would be... Because it's a Christmas film. So you can always pump it out for Christmas.
I remember every single year going to Coles between the year of 2001 and 2006, there was always so many copies of this film.
Right, yeah.
It was crazy. The video rental stores, this film was up the front. This was the number one, you got to rent this for the holiday film.
I wish I had gone to movie rental places when that was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't have that nostalgia of the rental place.
Oh,
I remember back in the day.
Oh, love it. So that is all the information about the film. Oh my goodness.
You're gonna have to cut out so much of this.
Well, yeah, your sequel, you want to do it now.
Yes,
Let's
okay.
do it.
For another tangent to go on.
Let's do it.
This is gonna be a long episode.
We'll keep the synopsis short.
My sequel idea involves this movie because it improves my perspective of the movie, where it's a prequel to this movie, and it's called Shit Santa. Where the previous Santa is complete garbage.
Yeah.
During this film, we know that the adults, because we've got Alan playing the dad.
What's his name again? Scott,
yeah.
Yeah.
Scott.
Scott Calvin, because it's the same
Calvin,
initials
because
as
it's
Santa
the same
Claus.
initials as Santa Claus. Yeah. I hope they explain that during the movie.
Oh boy.
And then you've got the other half of their, divorced family, which is Mum and her new husband.
Yeah.
But both of them don't believe in Santa because they didn't get the toys as children.
Oh, because the
last Santa was shit.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. And so it starts off the film with him finding Santa, and Santa falls off the roof. That's because he's flat out pissed. Because he's been drinking the previous night. Because he's a shit Santa. And so this is how he dies.
Yeah.
But it also explains why when they go to the North Pole and meet all the elves, how shit they treat him at first. Because they're used to Santa being shit.
Okay,
I'm saying shit a lot.
That's
because,
whatever.
But that's essentially the idea, and that improves bits of this film, which I'll explain when we get to them. You know.
All right. Well, then with that knowledge, let's jump into Santa Claus. So this is a Disney film. For some reason I forgot that it was.
Yes,
a
that's
Disney
right.
film. Yeah.
I remember. The little Disney opening.
Oh my goodness, the font. So it starts off. And the font is very flat. It's typewriter font.
Yes.
But then the magicness happens and it turns into cursive.
Another way of doing it is where you have the top half of the text as the bland text, and then the bottom half magically appears in cursive.
Yeah.
That's the other way of doing it.
That's
two classics.
I bet you that is what they do for the sequels.
They probably do. So yeah.
It does properly open in the perfect place. The perfect place you'd want to open a kid's movie.
Yes.
A Christmas party for
yes.
Tim Allen's job.
You know what? This happens a lot. He's obviously part of this big corporate company, as all the dads are in every film.
Except he makes toys.
Wow, he makes toys? Wow, isn't that ironic that in this Christmas film where he turns to Santa, I'm sure they won't explain that joke later on.
We don't ever really see what sort of toys he makes, though.
We don't actually see much toys themselves. We see one at the start here where they talk about, corporate's doing well, blah, 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 blah. It's because of this doll. And then they have an ice sculpture of the doll.
Yeah.
We do not see the doll itself.
No.
Which is a bit weird.
That is weird.
And then later on, when they have another business meeting, they mention a tank.
Yeah.
But we don't actually see the toy tank. We see a picture of it.
Yeah, very true, very true.
He's one of the two, what was it?
Sold the most, made the best pictures,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, and they do a little talk on stage. Anyway.
And he snatches the mic away from...
Yeah, very rude. He does that very rude. They don't touch on that later on.
No.
That was a very rude mic snatch he did.
Well, I guess at first it's like, I'm just out for myself. I don't care about my family. I don't care about others.
I guess it's to show he's a jerk, which I guess he is for a while till he gets that Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. So he's going home.
Yeah.
And he's got his son over for Christmas, but he's late because he's an irresponsible dad. He he stayed at the Christmas party too long.
And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry I'm late. Now I can take care of the kid on Christmas. Is it Christmas Eve?
It's Christmas Eve, yes.
So Laura reveals that some kid at school told Charlie that Santa isn't real, and Charlie's having a bit of an existential crisis about this. Just freaking out.
Yeah. But his stepdad...
who's a psychologist.
Yes, who's a psychologist. I love the stepdad of this. This is great.
I thought it was the worst performance in the film, but it was funny at points.
Sorry. Yeah.
I don't think he's a good actor in this.
No, what do you mean? I thought he was actually fun.
Oh wow, I don't believe in Santa. Hello, I am the stepdad. I am a psychologist and I don't believe in Santa.
It was so funny.
Every single bit of my dialogue is how I do not believe in Santa.
I think he's playing it up as well for that. Like, he
did have a smirk on his face.
Yeah, like
for most of the film.
See, he's one of those actors where I got the vibe that he was enjoying himself, and that I thought he was really funny. I thought he was really funny. I don't know if it was good acting overall, but it was very funny.
Yeah.
There's a weird bit in this film, and there's a weird thing with old movies. It's like kids that are believing in Santa or have imaginary friends are bad.
At the same time, I'm like, what is the message of this film? The message of this film is believe in Santa even if people think you're crazy. That is the message of this movie.
Yes. Okay.
It's not believe in yourself, which it should be.
Yes.
The message is believe in Santa even if psychologists are like, you're crazy.
Yeah. The point of this film is very, like, slightly off the... It's like, there's a target, they hit the white outside of the target.
Yeah.
They didn't quite hit the target on the message of this film.
Yeah. Anyway. Tim Allen can't cook food. He's like, hey, son, I'm gonna cook you a Christmas dinner.
I think it's a very funny joke. Second point, I think it's dumb. He definitely, if it was in real life, would have just ordered pizza or something.
Oh, 100%. He totally would have tried to
Why?
cook.
Because he makes the thing, he's like, 4 hours. Oh, boy. And then he looks at his son and they look at each other like, oh, God, this is going to take 4 hours to make. Why do you then decide to then do it?
What I found as the real punchline of this joke, though, is he messes up the meal. They go to Denny's.
Oh, yes, I love...
Who's at Denny's? No one but single dads with their kids. And I thought that was very good. Because men can't cook.
Yeah.
That is the joke. That was also the joke of a home improvement episode.
No.
So later that night, he puts Charlie to bed.
Yeah.
You know, they're sleeping, all is good, but then Charlie hears a little bit of banging coming from outside.
What was that? It was some thumping on the roof. Quick, my child, do you know how to call 911? And he's like, yeah, it's 911. And he's like, fantastic.
Best joke of the movie.
Woo! And he runs out.
That was a good joke. I really enjoyed that line. What? Do you know how to call 911?
No.
Yes, it's 911.
That joke was garbage.
It was so good.
It was great. The joke's great. So he runs outside because he thinks there's a thief on the roof, obviously. He looks up and it's like, it's a guy in Santa Claus. This is my bad Santa drunk on the roof. He's like, time to deliver the presents. Tim's like, hey, what are you doing up there? And he's like, whoa. And he slips and dies. Alan's like, no, my child, don't come out here. I remember your name. Don't come out and witness this dead man. And the child comes out and is like, whoa, you killed Santa.
I do really like the idea of him just killing Santa. And there's no repercussions.
No.
To a dead guy.
Oh, yeah, because this would be what would be covered in my prequel would be like the fact that because he's such a deadbeat, no one actually cared for him, which is why it doesn't have consequences. Because we know for a fact that every time there's a new Santa, it's like someone in the real world has to go and be Santa for a year.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, when he disappears, because they look away for a second at the reindeer, look back and he's gone.
Yeah, it's
when he disappears, his dead body appears back.
That's what I was thinking is what happens. Yeah. That's what I was...
Which is why there's no repercussions for that.
So he sees a card on Santa's disappeared a body on the suit. Only the suit is left, and it says, "If something should happen to me, put on my suit. The reindeer will know what to do."
Yes.
And so
which is a key plot point.
Yep. And the kid basically peer pressures him into getting onto
this
the
is dumb.
sleigh.
This is a dumb lot of things,
But it makes sense. A kid would do this.
Yes, but would Tim Allen, would he do it? No. I think they should have made him put on the suit earlier, or something where he's like, "Whoa, I'm cold. All right, I'll put on the suit or whatever." I think they could have done that a little bit better, because then they go to this other house, because the kid's wrapped up warm.
Yeah.
He's been the smart one, got his jacket, whereas he hasn't. And this would be the perfect time for him to go, "Oh, it's cold.
It's cold. I'm going to put this on."
So
this is one of the rare kids films where the logic of the kid was quite good.
Yes.
What the kid says, how the kid reacts to everything makes sense. How the parent reacts was very late. Yeah.
Great. The kid's logic was very sound. He wants them to go to another kid. Why did Tim Allen try and go down? Why did he go with this?
I don't know.
Plot progression.
I do like how he puts on the suit, he grabs the sack, and then it's just sort of auto drive. It's like, you're going in the chimney no matter what.
Yeah. Which is why he does it, I guess. That's a good... that's right.
The effect of him going into the chimney, though, is identical to the effect at the end of part 1 of the It TV movie from 1990, where he's going down the sewer. It's basically the clown actor turns into clay and then is pulled through a tiny hole in the ground. It looks identical to that.
Well, there you go.
So he goes through the chimney.
Yep.
And there's a dog. And the dog's like, "Hey, get out of my house, fool."
Do you know what this reminded me of?
The
Garfield movie.
Oh, I haven't thought about that in a while.
Yes. Bam, throw that at left field.
Boy.
Because there's a dog in there that likes eating trousers.
Oh, yeah, there
trousers.
is.
That's a specific plot point, because it gets the bad guy in the end.
Also, in this scene, does the dad of that household grab a gun and start shooting at Santa? Because it sounds like that's what's happening.
We do hear a guy go, "Hey, who's that?" And then you hear a gunshot. Yes.
So I wasn't just making that up.
You were
There
not
is a
making
gunshot
that
noise in that scene. I thought so. I thought there was. That's
but then,
ridiculous.
so he puts down the presents. He goes back up, and he's like, "Whoa, that was crazy." And his kid's like, "Wow, what was that like?" And he's like, "It was like Alcatraz or something like that."
Yeah.
Because he's escaping as there's dogs and gunshots going off.
Yeah. So he goes to another house. He goes down there. He wakes up a kid, and the kid's like, "Drink your milk. Drink your milk."
He uses the Nightmare on Elm Street kid's voice.
Yeah.
"Drink your milk. Never sleep again. Never sleep again.
Drink your milk." And Tim Allen's like, "Nah, I'm lactose intolerant."
Good joke. Solid joke.
Comes back round because she puts out soy milk the second time he visits.
I like that. I thought that was good. I thought that was
joke.
very cute. You know, for it's nice Christmassy film.
She puts out soy milk and he's like, "Oh, this tastes soft."
Yes. That's because it's soy milk. You said you were lactose intolerant. And then he goes,
he's like,
"Yeah, I know that because I'm lactose intolerant, so I would have had soy milk before." Movie. That's a dumb thing for him not to recognize.
That's a lie he made up to get out of having the milk, I thought. I didn't think he was actually lactose intolerant. It's just a lie that he told this kid.
That would make sense.
Maybe. I don't know. That's my sequel idea. This whole time, the kid grows up with the idea that Santa's lactose intolerant, and it ruins her life. Just like most lies do when you lie to a kid.
Right, yes, okay, see. Yeah, no. I was thinking it was actually... That makes more sense.
The next morning, the sleigh takes them to the North Pole. They arrive at the North Pole, and then a child slave, an elf, comes out.
Not a child, an elf.
An elf.
They're hundreds of years old. Yeah.
So they go down into Santa's lair.
No. Santa's dungeon.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
There's this teenage elf called Bernard.
No, he's not teenage. He's hundreds of years old. We literally just covered this.
They're kids.
But he's slightly taller.
Yeah.
Which means he might be thousands of years older. We never get an explicit lore on the elves. We know they live a long time.
Yeah.
Because he tries to talk to them. He's like, "Hey, what what the hell's going on?
So
they're a bit rude to him.
They are rude.
So he's talking with these elves, and then he talks to Bernard.
And Bernard's like, hey, Charlie, you're here. Have a snow globe. That's important for later, because you can shake it and your dad will just appear out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's a weird plot point, the snow globe. It's fine. It's just a weird point that they keep bringing up.
I like when Bernard hands Charlie the snow globe. He's like, be careful. This is very old. Just like me. We get it, movie.
Oh
the elves are old.
You have to explain that joke several times.
I mean, you kind of have to, considering what's coming up.
Oh, yeah, no. God. Anyway, we're getting there. We're slowly but surely avoiding it.
So the rules are, what's his name? Scott Calvin. He can,
speaking of explaining the joke,
he can head home, and then around Thanksgiving time, he will get sent a whole, the list, the naughty or nice list. He will get sent that. His body will begin to change. He will turn into Santa.
And it's good because we see that later, and it's like hundreds and thousands of boxes because he has to go through literally every name of everyone who exists.
Yes, and go naughty or nice.
Yes, and he has the magical powers to know if someone is naughty and nice, which is not covered enough, I feel.
That's true. That is true. And also, he does have the option to just not bother with any of it, but then all the kids around the world will be sad.
Yes.
I love that that's a point that they make.
Yes.
They're like, you can not bother, but...
Thus, deadbeat Santa. Because then it goes up to the question, what if he doesn't care? What if you get a psychopath or something that's just like, yeah, cool, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Then they would literally be screwed. They couldn't do anything. This contract relies on the person deciding, sure, I guess I'll go through all this work to be Santa. To be fair, I think possibly in the Metamorphosis, they become obsessed. I think it's expressed in the film that he becomes obsessed with Christmas.
Yeah, when he starts to change.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So the drugs that they drug him with this eggnog, part of my theory.
That makes sense. That does make sense.
Yeah. I've worked on this eggnog for thousands of years. Yeah, to metamorphosis into the next Santa. You sadistic. I'm on to you.
Bernard.
No.
The real villain.
Julia.
Oh, yeah, Julia is. Well, we'll get to Julia in a second.
No. Definite villain.
No one is out of this without,
Yeah, there are consequences. Your OH&S safety is just the worst.
I want to know who started the Santa Claus. Was the Claus created by the first Santa? Or was the clause created... is it a deal with the devil?
I would cover this in my film that I'm making, known as God-Awful Santa.
And, okay, just another point I want to make for this particular sequence. In their bedroom, there is an endless puppet show.
Oh, yeah. Horrifying.
Why would you want to sleep in a room where there's an endless puppet show happening?
Do they say, it's just an endless puppet show or something? Or is it just a puppet show that's going on? Which would imply that there's elves in there right now doing a puppet show.
I don't think it's elves. I think it's just
magic.
The thing itself.
Okay, that's your theory. Okay.
Running, but it feels endless because they don't stop.
Yes. But they do make a good gag when he starts undressing and the things go, and he turns and it's like, it was all in character, that it was completely unrelated to what he was doing, but they scream when he took his pants off.
An elephant.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yes. Awful. Would have been tossed out.
Definitely would have thrown that out.
Definitely burned. Burn that to a crisp.
And then, what's her name? The young elf?
Julia or whatever it was. Julie
walks in, who is his...
assistant?
Yeah, she handles the room, I guess.
Yeah, housekeeping. Look, she's an important elf.
And she mentions that she's 12,000 years old.
Yeah, 1,200. That's a long time. That's 1,200 years.
Hence why Tim Allen says, wow, you look good for your age.
Yep.
And she replies with, thanks, but I'm seeing someone in wrapping.
Which is great line, by the way. First off, great line. Second off, awful line.
Second off, what were you thinking? What? The writers of this movie, why is this a scene?
Because it's funny because he's just saying she looks good. I don't think there's any intent behind his words.
I don't think there's any intent behind his words, but there clearly is in the writers.
What do you mean? No.
The writers of this film were like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if...
No, because she's thousands of years old.
She might be thousands of years old, but she looks like a 9-year-old kid.
Yes, but she would act like an adult.
But she clearly doesn't.
I play devil's advocate.
None of the elves act like adults. They all act...
No, they act like children, which is dumb. If you're going to have adults as children, make the children act like adults instead of children. Why do the elves like children? Like
I'm not giving
our favourite elf squad.
Oh boy, the elf squad. I did like the Ron Weasley looking elf though. He's like, hello, I'm an elf. Anyway, let's speak through the second...
butter. Sorry.
So throughout the rest of the film, Charlie's like, do you remember the time that we went and we were Santa and we went to the North Pole?
Right, yes.
And he's like, nah, that never bloody happened, kid. Shut up.
Tim Allen, your voice has gone real weird.
Oh, wait, hang on. There is a line. I need to bring this up.
Oh, yeah.
Show and tell at the school.
Right. So
before we even get into the show and tell, though, there is a fireman giving a speech.
Great scene. See, I love this scene.
This was
absolutely gold.
And I'm pretty sure the fireman is one of the guys from Home Improvement.
Oh, really? Well, there you go.
I'm not certain, but I
might be the gardener or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. And he's like, so remember, kids, there is nothing more painful than third-degree burns.
And we cut to all the kids with their mouths open, staring into the abyss of nothingness as their lives have been ruined.
And the teacher's like, oh, thank you, Mr. O'Hara. I'm sure the whole class will join me in saying I'm sorry about your partner. That is a great joke.
That was really funny.
That very good.
Actively made me laugh.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
I'm pretty sure I paused it. It was just like, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well done, movie.
Yeah. That's definitely probably... I don't know if that's my favourite part of this whole film, but it was really funny.
I think it's my favourite.
Yeah, so this is weird because... he has two dads, and they've gotten both of them in for a little awkward, but, you know, it happens.
Whatever, sure. And he's like, yeah, I'll go first. But the kid's like, nah, I want Scott to go first.
Yes. He, starts presentation, and he's like, well, when you're doing business or whatever. And Charlie's like, he's Santa. And then all the class laughed. Yay. Because they would have found that hilarious.
Ha ha ha, this kid thinks Santa is his dad. What a mad lad.
Yeah. They also say that he's too old for believing in Santa. And he looks about 7 in the film.
Yeah.
That's a quote they say. And I'm like, he doesn't look too old for Santa.
7. Yeah,
no,
you're right.
I'd say you're about 10 at least. I think they're saying he's like 12 or something, but he's clearly not.
Well, we know from the start of the film that one of the kids started spreading the rumor that Santa was real.
Yeah, that is true. That is lore I neglected just then. I need to get better with my remembering the extreme canon of this lore that is dictating this film, because they're patching it up. They've got all the places patched up. Anyway. He's saying that his dad's Santa, and they went to thing. And
at one point, one of the kids is like, hold up, so when I grow up, if I want to be Santa, all I have to do is push you off a roof?
Yes, which is a great line.
It's a good line.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is absolutely true.
That's canon.
That's, you know what? That's a smart kid right there.
So you could murder the guy.
That is canon, and the only reason people don't do it is because they don't know.
Yeah, how about that?
That is a legitimate thing. And
I could become Santa, we just have to murder Tim Allen.
Yeah. Let's do it. What? But we get away because we have the power of Christmas and the elf squad on our side to bust us out of jail.
At this point, he's turning into Santa physically.
Yes.
He's getting a little bit bigger. He's getting that facial hair coming through.
I love the transition because it's a very subtle at first.
Yeah.
Like the next scene, he's in baggy clothing.
Yes.
But they've put a little bit of padding. So if you don't know, you can miss this part of the film. But I knew what was coming up, so I was watching for it, and I was like, oh, they've put a little bit of padding in him in this scene. because they're talking about the fact that, hey, you've pushed this whole Santa thing a bit too far.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to stop. He's become obsessed with Santa.
Yeah.
Tim Allen, come on. What are you doing? You're being
doing?
a bad influence. You need to tell him that Santa's not real.
And he's like, nope, I refuse to do that. I'm going to go to work. And he goes to work, but he's fatter still.
Yes.
And everyone at work just fat shames him.
No, they fat shame him. They're like, wow, you're getting that. To be fair, he gets it within like a month or two.
Yeah.
So
also,
he's really
it's the 90s and that would happen. That would 100% happen.
They're being real dickheads in this scene.
He goes to a doctor and his heartbeat is the Jingle Bell song.
Love it. Love it. Super cheesy.
That was pretty funny.
Super cheesy. I like the fact that he's still super healthy, though. The doctor's like, I don't see anything wrong with you.
You're fine. Your heart's making weird noises, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the... Yeah, whatever.
But everything's fine.
You're fine. Like, he's still super healthy.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That is good.
I like that. Okay. Very good.
That's good.
The psychiatrist, boyfriend of his ex-wife, is all very concerned about all this stuff. They're all both concerned, so they get full custody.
Yeah.
Because there's a great, one of my favourite bits is when he's like, don't worry, Dad, I told the judge everything about everything. And the judge is like, yep, we're separating these boys.
That was fun.
Get them out of here.
That was fun, yeah.
They're very harsh on the whole, like, he believes in Santa.
They are harsh.
I mean, at this point...
Well, again, the message of this film is believe in Santa even if people think you're crazy.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. I think that's dumb. I honestly think they shouldn't have thought he was this crazy, except at this point in the film...
At this point, yes.
It is a bit excessive, especially since Tim Allen is turning into Santa.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoa, you're literally changing your physical appearance to look like Santa? This is going too far.
Yeah, Scott goes over to Charlie's house even though he's not meant to go there.
Yeah.
And is like, hey, I gotta tell you something. While he's telling Charlie something, Bernard shows up and teleports the three of them away to the North Pole.
Yes. This is where the, like, a plot point is, like, he's kidnapped Charlie at this point.
Which I liked.
Yeah,
I thought it was kind of fun because they get the police involved. The police are out like picking up random Santas off the street.
Funny. Oh god, I love that. It's like the perpetrator will be dressed as Santa, which would be the perfect crime. I think it's been done before where someone was
100%. This has been done before.
No. There was a podcast that I listened to that covered a crime story of someone who organized a Facebook group thing for like a huge Santa get up and then robbed the bank next door dressed as Santa and then got away.
Nice.
Which is very smart.
Also, we don't endorse dressing up as Santa and robbing banks. Just putting that out there.
No, but if we did then we wouldn't say on air.
Sure. You can say that.
No, don't rob a bank.
No.
Not dressed as Santa. If you're gonna rob a bank dressed as Santa, do it in July.
We've covered Pulp Fiction. You gotta rob a restaurant.
Oh yeah, you gotta rob a restaurant.
Dressed as Santa.
Dressed as Santa.
See, they would have gotten away with it if they were dressed as Santa.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson would have been like, hey, you're dressed as Santa. That's chill. You're chill.
Yeah. They would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Though they make the smart decision to put a present under Charlie's tree, don't they? And then the cops just show up and arrest him.
Because Santa's doing his rounds.
Yeah.
He has to eventually do the household.
He does have to eventually.
And so he hops. To be fair, I don't think he knows that he's under... Like, he's under arrest.
The police are coming? No.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
And, yeah, he gets taken away. I love how all the kids were like, no, don't you arrest Santa. Yeah. And he's like, I'll be okay, kids. Don't you worry.
Yeah, no, this is great because you just see Santa being taken. This was very funny. Yeah. It's like the kids are like, Mummy, are they arresting Santa?
Yeah.
See, this is a point that I actually had a problem with because while he's in prison, he's being interrogated and he only says his name is Santa Claus. Whatever. It was an okay joke.
Whatever.
What he should have done was the whole, like... Because he knows their names. Because we see in a previous scene he walks on the street and he actually knows everyone's name.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes, naughty, nice, naughty, nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. But he knows their names and he knows if they've been naughty or nice.
Yeah.
He should have used his Santa powers at this point to be like, oh, yes, Tim. Oh, you've been a very good boy this year. don't you worry, I'll be getting that red fire truck you always wanted.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? How did you know that?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
He couldn't interrogate Santa anymore because it made him cry or whatever. Because he's like, yeah, I always wanted the fire truck.
So the elves respond to him getting captured the only way they know how. They release a flight squad.
The Flight Elf Squad.
And they fly...
all their lines are awful.
They are the worst. They fly over to Charlie's house, and I loved this so much. This is exactly what this film is. It sums everything up that we've seen.
Yeah.
They fly to Charlie, they pick up Charlie, and they're like, let's go save your dad. But remember, don't ever try this without elf supervision.
Oh!
Don't jump off roofs, kids.
Oh!
Kids, don't jump off your roof thinking the elves are going to pick you up and fly.
They had so many lines. I specifically have suppressed all their lines.
We're your worst nightmare. Elves with attitude.
Oh, God.
They return home and Scott tells Charlie, hey, look, I've got to finish my rounds. I think it's best if you stay home. And the kid's like, no, Daddy, don't do that. Also, why is Charlie calling him Santa Claus and not Dad?
Yeah, this is weird. Oh, because he's in the suit. Maybe it's because, he's Santa now. He's not his dad anymore. When he's on business, he's Santa now.
Well, I'll give you a pass. I'll give you a pass on that. Makes sense.
Because he's being respectful of his father at his workplace. Or maybe, just at this point in the film, because he's growing fat and stuff, he's fully transitioned into the Santa.
And then Laura just starts to believe, he is Santa.
Yes.
And then she turns into a kid.
Yeah, I freaking... This bit annoyed me of this film, and this bit is a clear bad bit of this film.
Oh, yeah.
Is where he comes home, and he finally gives Charlie to them, and they're not like, okay, get the frick out.
Yeah.
Because you've kidnapped this child or whatever. He releases them, and he looks like Santa at this point, and they're like, whoa, okay, yeah, you look like Santa at this.
She pretty much turns into like a...
No.
Because she's like, oh wow, Santa's real. I've got to go and do this stuff. I've got to get this.
I mean, we learned earlier on that they didn't believe in Santa because both of them didn't get the toy they wanted when they were very young.
Yeah.
Which would happen to all adults, I think, in my canon because of shit Santa. But instead of being mad at him, she's just like, he is Santa. Which was dumb. Yeah, it was
very dumb. And then it ends with, it's revealed that if you want to see the dad, you shake the snow globe, he teleports there.
Yeah.
And then it ends with him being like, Charlie, are you excited to become a psychologist one day or something along those lines?
Yes.
And Charlie's like,
You'll
no.
make a good psychologist one day.
And Charlie's like, I think I'm going to go into the family business. And that's pretty much the end.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Just wraps up.
Hint, sequel, I'm going to be Santa.
That never happens in the sequels.
But it never happens. Should, though.
So, I'm very torn as to what to rate this because I think out of all the Christmas films I've seen, it's one of the better ones.
Yes.
With a lot of problems, mainly the message really not being believe in yourself.
Yeah.
The message being believe in Santa even if people think you're crazy.
Yeah, I think there's the whole, imagination's better than strict, non-imagination. You shouldn't take the Christmas... It's there's a be more light, be more
that is a point,
and stuff, embrace the childhood dream of Santa and other stuff like that. But, they could have had they could have tweaked it slightly to make it a bit better, but it's definitely not
So in terms
perfect.
of the... Tim Allen, he's pretty fun in this, but I think he's better in... He might even be better in the sequels if he's given more of a chance to be a silly Santa rather than I'm in disbelief.
Oh man, but I love how he looks.
He
looks how I would imagine Santa. Except he doesn't wear glasses.
So I think in terms of rating it, I feel like I've got to give it an oldie.
Okay.
Because I would not watch this again. But I would watch the sequels.
Right.
I wouldn't rewatch this, but next year I might go back and watch 2, the year after watch 3.
Yeah.
But I'm probably not going to recommend this to anyone. It's not a film I would say is must watch. I'd say there's way better Christmas films from the 50s and 60s.
That's fair.
But for its time, it's good.
Yeah.
Tim Allen is good in it. The look is good. The effects hold up surprisingly well.
Yeah.
There's some weird character decisions that they put in this film, but
yeah. There's a few, and I certainly agree with those.
But yeah, it's an oldie from me. How about you?
I liked the film at first, because like it's a nostalgic film for me. I've watched this quite a few times, surprisingly around Christmas time.
What?
Whoa. Going through the analysis of this film, because there's a lot of stuff I like, a lot of stuff I dislike. Because it's a definite 50-50 for this film.
Okay.
But I have to give it a goodie. Oh my god, I love this film.
Sure.
I love this film. I would watch it again. I would watch it now.
Okay.
I would literally watch it now. Something about it's the most 90s Christmas film that I can think of.
A goodie from Zach and oldie from me. Now we'll move on to sequels. You've already kind of done your... actually, no. First of all, this is a long episode. The actual sequels that they made, the entire cast returned for both of them.
That's pretty impressive.
That is very impressive. And they all got cinema releases, which is good.
There you go.
A lot of time for Disney straight to DVD.
To be fair, you were saying before that they did quite well as well. Like, it got an A on Cinema Score.
The first one's got an A on Cinema Score. The third one's got like a B-, I think.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
You know, it sort of petered off a bit.
By the third one. So the second one came out 8 years later in 2002. It's just called The Santa Claus 2.
Yeah.
It follows Scott. He has been Santa for the past 8 years, and his loyal elves consider him the best one ever.
Yeah. Plays into my lore.
Exactly.
Boom.
But the world of the merry old soul turns upside down when he's dealt a double whammy of news. Not only has his son Charlie landed on this year's naughty list, but Scott discovers that he must marry by Christmas Eve, or else he will stop being Santa Claus forever. He's got to find a wife and the kids on the naughty list. Do you want to know what characters show up in this one?
What? That's
Cupid's
crazy.
in Santa Claus 2.
God, I want
Sandman's in Santa Claus 2.
What?
Easter Bunny's in Santa Claus 2.
Whoa.
Mother Nature's in Santa Claus 2.
What?
Tooth Fairy's in Santa Claus 2.
Oh my god, I have not seen this film. I have most definitely never seen this film. I need to watch this film.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I want to see this film. Sandro, Christmas special. Just say we watched the.
I'm not against watching them, but I also want to watch Three Ninjas 3. Well, no.
Well, maybe we do all three.
Maybe.
Three Ninjas.
We'll
4.
see.
We go Santa Claus 2, Santa Claus 3, Three Ninjas 4.
Sure, why not? And then in 2006, there was the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause.
Now, that's a good name.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, they came up with a... Because the first one's creative, second one not so much.
Nah,
that's a good creative name.
Escape
Clause, yeah.
Christmas cheer turns into holiday chaos when Scott Calvin, aka Santa, invites his in-laws for a visit and must simultaneously contend with Jack Frost, played by the very funny Martin Short.
Ooh.
Jack Frost's scheme to take over the North Pole. Scott, his family, and head elf Curtis must join forces to foil the nefarious plot.
Yes.
I'm really like Martin Short, so I would watch that.
Yeah, no. I'm very excited.
My sequel is called Elves with Attitude.
No.
And it's the elves.
Why did you take the worst part of this film?
So,
the fart jokes were better. Why don't you just call yourself Comet Diary?
It's an animated kids TV show that went on for 5 episodes and it was immediately cancelled.
Oh, that's
and it's
bad.
The elves. They travel. It's an international show. They go all over the world and they save kids in peril.
God.
Anyway, so now we would do raving reviews, but this is a long episode.
Yeah. This is a long episode already. We'll probably cut it out. I would like to do them. I might cover them at a later date.
Sure, we can have a double one next episode.
Or maybe when we cover these other films, which we are definitely doing now.
Right. For Christmas, the Christmas bonus episode will be
we can
Santa
cover
Claus 2, 3, and Three Ninjas 4.
It's my favourite canon of so far.
We'll spend 10 minutes on each film.
Yeah.
Well, that is our review of the Santa Claus then.
Yep.
We will bring back raving reviews for next week.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've just been very busy.
It's totally fine. This has been a long episode
It's
anyway.
been a very long episode.
If you want to complain
Apparently,
to us
I'm just obsessed with this goddamn
how
film.
long this episode was, message us on Facebook or email us oldiebuddygoodypod@gmail.com. You can follow us on the Instagrams. We're both on there. I'm kind of regularly on there. You're not, really.
I'm not. I haven't been on there in ages. I need to get back on it. I've just been busy.
We're on iTunes. You can review us there. That really helps out. We will give you a shout out if you do that as well.
Yep.
We're on every streaming platform, including YouTube for some reason. If you like YouTube, check it out. Our Monkey Trouble episode has 1.5 thousand views.
Far out.
Let's get into what we're going to do next week, Zach. You got 5 choices.
5 choices? What, really?
Yeah, so your options are an animated film.
Yep.
The Swan Princess.
Okay.
It is based off the Swan Lake story. A very nice...
Yeah, I'm not shocked by that, yeah.
Very nice ballet. I think I might have seen it. I'm not sure. The Swan Princess is your first choice.
Ballet. What kind of losers would do ballet? Right, Sandro and Zach?
We did. Then you have got, because of course it is November, you've got A Miracle on 34th Street. Christmas movie about Christmassy stuff.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's the remake of the film from the 50s, A Miracle on 34th Street. But I think people still consider it a good one. So there you go.
Okay, well, there you go.
You've also got Leon the Professional. This is an action thriller.
Whoa.
Where a hardened hitman comes across Natalie Portman. And the hitman's like, I'm adopting you, young Natalie Portman.
Right.
And it's an action thriller.
No, that's the famous one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very famous. And I've never seen it, but I've heard very good things about it.
Okay.
And your fourth and final choice is Star Trek Generations.
Hey, Star Trek. Oh, man. Now I'm torn. Because I really like Christmas as we've been we've gone over. Yeah, but we just watched a Christmas film.
Sure,
so probably going to get rid of that one, even though it's a very famous one.
Mm-hmm. Swan Lake, it's like, look...
Swan Lake, whatever. Ballet, ew.
We've only done one animated film, but...
No.
Lake,
I don't want it. I don't want it either. Don't you worry. No. Okay, well, that makes me more want to do... what is it? Leon the
Professional.
The Professional. Yeah.
I was going to bring up that Star Trek Generations is an uneven entry into the film series, which, as everyone knows, means it's not great.
Okay.
The even films are good. The uneven ones, 1, 3, 5, 7, and I think this is 9, are like, they're not the best.
Gotcha.
Cool. So next week, Leon the Professional. But now let's wrap up with our favourite quotes from the Santa Claus.
Right, yes.
So remember, kids, there's nothing more painful than 30-degree burns.
That's so funny. Because my one is...
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Whatever his name was... I think I speak for all the class when we feel very sorry for your partner.
3rd-degree burns did kill my partner. I want to see the extended
Oh my god.
I just want to see that whole scene.
That's so funny.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so fun. I'm doing a prequel. Bad Santa causes the fire that kills his partner.
There
boom. So good.
Literal boom.
Oh no. Oh, tragic because he dies.